Plaintiff Jada Shem Tov says she spent thousands helping her son chase his crazy dreams, and he gave up on all of it. She's suing for $3,140 for school costs and the return of her car. The defendant says he doesn't owe anything.
What was that?
Why are you acting like that?
Mom, you paid for that dancing?
Unfortunately, Your Honor, he came to me at the age of 18, which he's legally a man at 18.
Yep.
And he tells me he wants to be a model and he wants to be a dancer.
You want to be a model?
Of course, yes.
On radio? No, that's a bad joke.
Exactly, Your Honor. Exactly.
No, I'm just playing with you, okay?
No, you're good, you're good.
So I paid all this money for John Casablanca's modeling school.
Oh, okay.
Then I turned around and paid money for him to take capoeira, and then he's just jumping around, falling out on the floor like he's having a seizure, and he says it's dancing. I don't know what's going on. It looks a hot mess, and he's wasted my money and 2 years of his time. And to top all of this off, after all this money and 2 years, he tells me he's going to the Army.
Well, serving our country. Thank you for your
Sir,
future,
I'm a veteran. I have no problem with him going to the Army, but I do have a problem with him waiting 2 years to decide to go to the Army.
You're suing, it says here, for $3,140 for school loans, modeling school and dance classes, and you also want the return of your car.
I want my car back because we live in Huntsville, Alabama.
Yes.
And he had to drive an hour and a half to Nashville 3 days a week for these classes. So I gave him my Toyota Corolla to drive.
Yes.
This car, he has totally torn up. I've had to put a new motor in it. I had to do something to the water pump on the car.
Well, if you're driving every day, an hour and a half, you said?
To Nashville, yes.
Yeah, well, if you're doing this day after day or 3 days a week.
It's filthy. He came to me crying and begging, telling me his life was going to be over if I didn't pay for him to go do this. He was born to be a model. And now he changes his mind 2 years later. He's been doing this forever. I paid for violin. He's taking violin lessons. He's taking karate lessons. What else have you done, AJ?
Sing.
Oh, yes. He can sing. You want to hear him sing a tune?
She's acting this way.
That's what I'm talking about. Can he? No. You saw what he did.
Well, the car is mine now, and I would like my independence.
What do you mean the car is yours?
She gave the car to me, and those payments.
Is the title in your name?
No.
Oh, so the title's still in her name?
Yes.
And he has money in the bank to pay me for the modeling school and stuff back, but he's holding my money hostage. I need my money back.
You paid the car off?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so the payments on the car have been made. What, because you were using it?
Yes.
But the title is still in her name?
Correct.
And you bought a new engine for the car?
Yes.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Who bought a new engine for the car? I paid for the engine.
You paid for the engine?
Yes. Yes, Your Honor.
I received the car. She gave it to me as a gift, and I put $2,500 into the engine because she gave me a car with a horrible engine.
Mom says to her son, you need a car right now, you can use this car. It's not necessarily a gift, it's something that you can use the car, and while you were using it, you would obviously, you're a grown-up now, you would pay the money to fix it, to get a new engine, whatever it is, because you were using it. But she didn't transfer the title to you, which if it were a gift, she would have done that. So that's the car. Let's put the car aside for a moment. Now, you're suing him because you want your money back for the schooling he had, the dancing and the modeling.
Yes, Your Honor.
I mean, you're a mom, and apparently a pretty good mom, because at 18 to 20 years old, a lot of young people don't know exactly what they want to do in life. So it's not crazy to think a lot of kids have their parents pay for their education, or a good portion of their education.
I have 3 kids. I apologize.
Okay, you have 3?
I'm a single parent. I have 3 kids. I'm trying to go back to school. I'm supposed to be in nursing school. I need that car back so I can get back and forth to school.
I understand the car.
I tried to put them first. I put my kids first. And I just can't predict what he's going to do.
But no, what parent can? He's 20 years old.
I would just like my money back because I feel like I've been treated unfairly.
What do you say to that? Because you're now an adult. Your mom is a single mom, responsibility of 3 young people.
I was the favorite child. Mind you, I was the middle child. I'm the only boy. And to also add about the car, we spoke about transferring the Untitled into my name. We just haven't had time to get to it.
Okay, it hasn't happened yet. And until it's done, it's her car.
But her suing me today.
You see his attitude. He's a favorite son. He thinks he can just mistreat me in the sense of just walking over me.
Obviously, I'm not the favorite child at the moment. I will be pretty soon, though, as soon as I join the Army, get my job, and pay her back.
What's wrong with your siblings? Why do you assume that you're the favorite?
I'm not suing my girls.
This is blasphemy.
I'm not suing. I'm suing.
She's got a point.
I'm suing my quote unquote favorite
That's right.
child.
If you're the favorite, how come she's suing you?
She's got a point.
I mean, I think you'd be better off not being the favorite, frankly.
Yeah.
Just for right now.
But part of being a grown-up and taking responsibility is to say, you know, Mom, I appreciate the sacrifices you have made for me. I came to you and said, I want to be a model. I want to be a dancer. You helped me get that, and you're darn right I'm going to pay you back what I can.
I wish I could say the same for her, because her word.
Well, never mind her. Character is about making sure that you do the best you can as a person without worrying about what everyone else is doing.
Because I've done the best I can.
Because it wasn't for her. She paid the money so you could learn to dance. Now, if she walked in here and did a twirl, I'd say, well, you don't get all the money back because part of it you're going to need to learn how to dance. But it's only fair. First of all, right now, the car is hers. Now, if she wants to let you have it until it's in the Army, the title's in her name.
This is why she don't got a man.
You what?
This is why she doesn't have a man. She's in my business. She need to go sit home.
Here's the reason why I don't have a man, because I put my kids first before everything.
She's just a bitter woman at this moment. When we go home and we work on our car and in the situation, we'll get it done.
And I put you and your siblings first in every single thing that I do.
Apparently, that's true.
I don't owe you after you get the car, okay? The car is hers, but I don't owe her anything else after. That's what I meant to say.
Well, for the education, I'll tell you how I'm going to decide this. I'm going to have you split it. Half of it is going to be what you paid for his education, which parents do, and half of it is going to be because you're a grown-up now and you're going to pay back your mom, who right now needs the help because she's got other kids too and siblings, and you're going to be a responsible son that wants to help out his mom. So I find for the plaintiff in the sum of $1,570.
As long as you're telling people yes, 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 you can tell people yes 1,000,000 times and they love you. You tell them no one time and they forget about the 1,000,000 times you said yes to them.
I feel a little bit bummed out about losing the car, but once I join the Army, I won't need it with all the basic training, and pretty soon I'll put enough money for a down payment to get my own.
Plaintiff Monet Hariston says that when she loaned money to her cheating ex-girlfriend, she always expected that the defendant would pay her back. She claims that the defendant took her love for granted. She is suing for $4,900. Defendant Adrienne McClendon insists she only spent the money on shared expenses for their home they share with the plaintiff's children. She says the plaintiff never asked for the money back and claims she owes nothing.
Monet?
Yes, sir.
You are suing Adrienne?
I lived with my mom for a while when I first moved to Columbus, Ohio.
Yeah.
So this card that my mom has, my mom had it, but all my money for like the economic payments came to that card. So I said, Mom, I lost my wallet. So I said, okay, well, send it to A. You know, that's what I call her. Send it to A, I'll get it back. But I told Adrienne, like, you know what? I got this money right here, this chunk of money I just got for the taxes. I know you need the money. Go ahead and, you know what I mean, take this, get your car fixed, get whatever you need. I gave her $4,900 that she would give it back. If she tells me she's going to give me something back, I hold her to that. Yeah. I hold that. And it shouldn't be about me. As long as my kids have everything they need, and she knows how I feel about them.
So you loaned her, you're saying you loaned her $4,900.
Yes.
Okay. But she gave you a lump sum of $4,900.
Yes, she did.
Okay. So here's my question. If she gave you a lump sum of $4,900, why would you expect that you wouldn't have to pay it back?
Because it was used on things for our family. We just moved into a new house. I put a down payment on a sofa. We got a television in our room.
You're saying the $4,900 was all for house expenses?
House expenses. I take her kids to and from school. There's gas, things like that.
Your Honor, please look at this. Please look.
I got it.
She talking about used for the house. Yes, I'm not going to sit here and lie. She does get the kids from school. But out of that money, I provide the gas.
It was used on stuff
Please
for
let me
everybody.
speak. Blah, blah, blah. Please let me
stuff
speak.
for everybody. I
Please
didn't
let
use
me
it for
speak.
me.
Like I said, Jerry, I am sick of it. She is taking my love for granted. Period. She's too comfortable. Too comfortable. And not only that, Jerry, she cheated on me for 8 months. There's so much stuff behind it for 8 months and was still telling me she loved me. Look at me dead in my face, sleeping with me, telling me she loved me. And not only did I let her into my house, into my kid's life, I am legally married. So I let her into my husband's life as well.
I understand you're in a relationship and you don't feel loved and you're saying that she's mistreating you or cheating on you. I get all of that. But that is a separate issue. Here's the thing. When a couple is together, you don't keep a record of everything one spends or the other spends. If I take my wife out to dinner, I don't give her a bill or say, okay, honey, you had the steak? All right.
Okay.
Okay. So in other words, part of being in a relationship and loving each other is that everything one has, you both have. Did the
Jerry,
plaintiff say at any time she wanted $4,900 back?
No, she didn't.
Did she tell you how much she wanted back when she gave it to you?
No.
So there was no discussion of that?
No, there was
And
not.
you have no evidence of that conversation taking place or that agreement?
No, Your Honor.
Okay, that's what the problem is. I understand you're hurt, but when you file a lawsuit, it isn't based on what your personal emotions are. This case is a financial case, and when there's a financial case, there has to be a record that this was, in fact, a loan.
I understand what you're saying, and I don't do tit for tat and write down what she does for me, what I do.
Right.
But in this case, since she's not working, a Cash App, all the pages I have is from Cash App.
I saw it. Nicely done.
That keeps its own, transactions and things like that. So I wasn't doing tit for tat. Your Honor, I have 3 babies that depend on me. My kids mean everything to me. My kids have been through a lot, and she knows all this. No, it wasn't a written agreement, but I did that on a strip because I love her. And I thought that she would love me enough to give me my money back.
Okay, let me come to you.
You're nothing but a spoiled brat.
Just as a person, as someone who loves her, $4,900, that's a lot of money. I'm going to pay you back. And not, well, I drove your kids, but give her the money back. Why wouldn't you do that on your own and not have to come to court?
I mean, I just thought it was a part of being in a relationship.
No.
It wasn't like I sat here and
Let her
kept
answer.
tabs of everything, like, oh, it was this much, this much, this much. I didn't do that.
Yeah, but do you think some of the money should go back to her?
Y'all hear this?
Maybe some, yeah. But I mean, there's been stuff that I've done for her too, when she didn't have money either. I put it like, you're still married. She's still married.
So
I put it
what does
down.
that have to do?
So if you're married to someone else, what do you?
We're
what's
not
going
together.
on here?
No, me and him. We've been split up before I met her, my husband. But he was in prison, so I got with her like 3 or 4 months after he went to prison.
Yeah.
Rented to her at work.
All right.
Yeah,
hooked
but
up,
when
whatever,
you got out
whatever.
of prison, I was your little secret, though.
I expected her to give it back, and she knows how I feel about my kids. And her even saying she loves my kids, she should want to give it back. She knows that's the reason why my kids don't have a trampoline. My kids don't have a pool outside. My kids don't have summer stuff. You know that's the reason why I don't have nothing now. So sit there and act like that, but you know that's the truth. Ooh.
What do you think is fair that you pay her out of that $4,900? Just as a person. I mean, we're here, and I'm just thinking when I heard this case. Oh, stop! She's not entitled to all the money she's asking for. I get that. I get that, and I'm just wondering, just from your sake, she's got the kids. You love the kids. Why, just as a good, decent person, you'd probably be of a feeling to say, you know what, you did the $4,900. That's a burden on you. I get it. I ought to chip in some of that so you get some of that back. I mean, I'm trying to give you every chance to say, yeah, part of that money you ought to pay back to her. No, I can't imagine anyone would believe that you should just keep all the money. You want her to just give you things, and you're not. It's $4,900. You think you should keep the entire $4,900?
Yeah, I do.
I'm not going to give you everything you're asking for, so I'm going to say that you ought to be paying her back 1,000 of the $4,900. So I fine for the plaintiff $1,000.
I don't think those are real tears.
I deserve $49.66. That's what she gave me. I don't want $1,000. What's $1,000 gonna do? I mean, listen. It's a wrap with the girl. You know, I mean, I like men too. Arrest me, huh? Take me, huh? I'm ready to go now. Take me.
Thank you, man.